Alright, so I'm just going to go over some levels and what I'm going to choose for today's watch list. Price level. So here on Beyond, if you see this, I really like to get aggressive, but knowing there's a gap range, I always mark it. So it's always good to mark. You see how I'm marking the high? I'm going to go up a little more so I can line up with the double bottom from the Friday. So that'll be my break above. That'll most likely be my break below. Now you can set it here if you want to. I wouldn't even set it on this just because it's not. That's the true low, and you can notate it, but I would always go off a full candle if you just have a lonely block order out in the water. So let's put Beyond on the list. We're just gonna say 142, round it up, and then below, let's just say 138.85. Again, that's choosing this level, or no, this level, and rounding it down 4 cents. Psychological whole numbers do matter. Let's go to SPY. Alright, so SPY, I'm gonna stick with a more aggressive. I always choose a little more aggressive. I almost never choose the true pre-market high and true pre-market low, because then my levels would be that, which that I'm almost okay with. Yeah, see, SPY you can almost always do that with, just because SPY is a conglomerate of all these stocks together. So let's just say above 300, round it up. Below 295. So if you have SPY down 5%, go look at all the stocks in the S&P and try to figure out all the market movers. Let's go check out Facebook. And this is just me going through a list just to help give y'all a good example on the guide, how we do things. So let's choose a more aggressive one. See, I wanted to choose here because it matches up with the low of yesterday, because that now makes this line right here all the more important. But I want to choose a little more passive one. So let's go right there, because you got the support here, support here. For break above, I'm going to go a little higher. This is the pre-market high, but I want to go a little higher because I like that it matches up with this and this. Let's delete this. Marking the gap. The gap's like this, and then the pre-market low. So now you have 5 lines that you would not have had before. You have information going into the day. So let's go with that one. So it's Facebook. Above 226. Below. Let's do this 223.96. Let's do 223.95. You always want to end your numbers in zeros, fives, whole numbers. You know, you want it to be flat. Let's do a few more. Let's do BA. So BA, easy one. I like that. Easy little squeeze. And the squeeze happens to line up with Friday's low and a higher low right here. It actually made a higher high from the low. So this would be a good level. See, it has a reasoning behind it. If you extend it to the left, it lines up with other stuff. Whoops. See? It's got a good line. It's a great line. If you see that, mark it, man. Just mark it. Above 180, let's just say 50. Again, rounding it up. Just give it that little bit. And then below 176, let's just say 15. We can go with that one. Now, when you're taking extra notes for this stuff, now when I say you can add extra price levels, you can have targets from these levels, all that stuff, you can go to here. So let's go here. Let's mark the high. Let's mark the top of the gap. Let's mark another sufficient level. See, this would have been a good break above for the Friday, right? So let's keep it marked for today. If this is to break this, I have a very high chance of retesting this 184.78. So you could just say 184.75, set 184.70s, whatever is more comfortable with you. Or you could even make that more aggressive. You know, stick it to the body of the candles, because that's where the true breakout came from. Bull flag after. So you have some resiliency on this line. So the 184 level, you have a very high chance of hitting 184 after you break above 180.45. So what you would do is you would say target 184. Now let's find a target for our break below. You don't always have to do this, but this is good to do if you have some extra time before the market opens. You can back it out. You can mark some extra lines that are near the price. So we have this 175.25 support from this candle here. And then you have this. Let's go to the 1 hour actually. Might get some more candle information on that. Yeah. Let's remove those two real quick. Alright, so you're looking for a price that's near current price. That's under this level so you can find a target. So actually right here, the gap. The bottom of the gap would be your mark. Which actually it's so close enough I almost just might make that my break below just to be safer. So I'm going to mark all those supports just to be safe. We're going to go back to the 5 minute. Yeah, let's change that level now. 175.15. And you can even put the reason for that level. Bottom of gap on hourly time frame. If only I could type. And if you still wanted to set your target, you'd say that 173.50 would be your target. Target number 2, 171.35. So that worked out perfect because I wanted to be able to do multiple targets for you guys. So you do 173.50. Target 2 would be 171.30s. Sometimes you gotta be a little more descriptive of an area of a range. You know, you don't want to just put 171.35. You want to put 171.30s because there's a whole range there. Just give it a little more description behind it. Target 3, we could just say 170, even though it's 169.95. So there you have BA. And so this video described how to find your levels, how you can set targets. When you're going through them, let's do another example. Let's do like MCD, because MCD is a weird one. There will be some very weird ones that you will run across when you're doing these levels that'll look like this. When I do these, I literally just mark high and low. I try to find a level on the left. I try to find some more, importantness to these lines. If this level ends up lining up with a very important level, it kind of does. Again, just like the other ones saw. Whoops. Keep doing that. See, it lines up with both, almost the double bottom of the day, so that's really smart. So that 186.30 is a really crucial line for a break above. Current price is right here at 185.12. So, very doable for McDonald's. But sometimes, just to help other people, and this will help you in the future, you can either type notes right here, just give yourself some extra notice, like if you see MCDs in an overall, overall uptrend on blah 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 time frame, that's good. That's good note. But also, when you're doing this, see, I'm gonna say 186.30. I can mark pre-market high. Actually, you know what I can do? Top of gap is at 189. Top of gap in extended hours is at 189. See? So, marking some more notes for yourself. It's good to reference back to. It's good to do. It's good practice. Let's just say 183.90. Since 183.91 is technically the pre-market low. So let's mark that. Pre-market low. And you could do that just to give yourself good reasoning on, you know, what all your why you're adding whatever to the list. So in this video, I just wanted to add, this is just for the guide. This video will not be public. I just wanted to make this for just another breakdown of the strategy on how to make your list. And then I'll have some more videos on how to play it and how to, you know, all that stuff, how to go back and do your results for it. But I'll make sure and throw that in.